All the films that I've made in my life are always Bavarian films, including Aguirre, The Wrath of God, or Fitzcarraldo, only our last mad King Ludwig II. America doesn't understand the distinction, but when you go to Brazil, for example, or to other countries, Poland, or you just name it, India, they would immediately somehow understand it. Even a film like Bad Lieutenant, port of call New Orleans, has a Bavarian vitality in it. I feel much more like Bavarian. Aguirre, The Wrath of God, is arguably the film that put me on the scene in a way. Although not right away, it took years until audiences started to focus and see that there was something unusual there. Something like a fever dream in the jungle. Oh, they find me. They come with great vehemence at me. Sometimes I use a metaphor like burglars in the middle of the night, and they just come at you. That's how films come at me. I think the chance for making films is much better nowadays than back in the 70s, but you shouldn't look so much backwards. This is decades back in history. I'm always looking ahead of what's coming at me right now. And when you try to understand, let's say, the politics of Germany going on right now, forming a new government, you would not start to discuss political Germany under the Chancellor Kiesinger. Nobody has ever heard of him when you speak to younger people today. The big moment is now, because the films I'm making now have more intensity in the reception of American audiences, like Grizzly Man or Cave of Forgotten Dreams or Bad Lieutenant. Those are the films that are noticed. You have to speak about audiences in many other countries. And I'm much more intensely popular in Argentina, for example, than in the United States, and in Poland, or in India, or in, you just name it, Russia. And many of those audiences are not college educated. They are much younger than the films are. And some of my films I made back in a time where their parents were not even born yet. Fitzcarraldo is arguably the biggest fever dream in the jungle, opera in the jungle, and moving a big steamboat over a mountain with the help of hundreds and hundreds of native Indians of this area. It's strange because 20th Century Fox in the early phase wanted to produce this film, but they demanded it had to be a plastic miniature boat over a studio hill. And I said to them, and they said, yeah, because this is good jungle. And I said to them, gentlemen, what is a bad jungle then? It was obvious I had to do it in a real jungle, and it had to be a ship, a steamship over a mountain. I wanted, in all these fever dreams, the audience back at a very fundamental position. You can trust your eyes again.